in the States shortly after giving themselves up. The problem is they are father and daughter. Travis had left his partner and his daughter Samantha years ago. Okay. Anyway, he formed a family and started from scratch from another place in America. But he returned years later. Upon his return, he met up with his daughter, who was by now an adult, and they began seeing each other romantically.
Oh, God.
Hold on, just quickly remind me again. How old is he and how old is she?
39, 21. Okay. They started seeing each other romantically, and they even got married.
Okay.
It was acquaintances of the couple who would alert the authorities.
Right.
Travis denied being the father. However, a DNA test revealed that he was lying. Okay.
Okay.
In addition, everything indicates that they knew their relationship was wrong, because Samantha made a bet with her stepsister to see who would be the first to sleep with their father.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy
Obviously, they got
world
caught.
we
It's like I
live in.
said, it doesn't give much information other than that. They got caught, and they ended up being arrested for incest, and that's all there is on that story at this minute in time. If there's anything else, I'll let you know. But yeah,
dear.
I was just what I read, I was like, what? I've got to drop that one on the show.
All right.
Even though it was short.
Yeah, even though obviously it's, I don't know what the word is, but yeah. Oh, I didn't know there were. I mean, what can you get for doing that? Would you get a prison sentence for that?
Yeah.
Or
Incest.
flogging to death springs to mind.
All right.
Do you know what I mean? Your offspring.
Oh yeah. Of course, it's totally wrong, but
You know, the joke. You know, the joke. This here's my wife. She's also my sister. Is just a joke. in most quarters, but in some
please.
places, obviously, this here's my wife. She's also my daughter. Is
Yeah.
Supposedly true.
You just don't know what to say about something like that, man. You really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Okay.
Okay. You got one there? Do you want me? I'll carry on.
Let me do my one, then you can come back with yours, I
Go
guess.
on. You go on. Yeah.
All right. So.
Go on.
All right, this is just something I'm reading from that someone's put out there. And she says, my son Brian, who's 13, had a friend, Tom, of the same age, who I'm not too keen on. Every time Tom comes over, he'll hog the Nintendo Switch to play one of the games, often a single-player game. Over the weekend, Tom came over for a sleepover. As usual, he raced right up to Brian's room, turned on the game and sat there for hours. He played until 3 a.m. on Sunday morning, and then he woke up at 10 a.m. and without joining us for breakfast, started playing more. At around 12, Brian had reached his limit, Brian's her son, and told Tom that it was time to go home. He was tuned out completely. Brian then came to me asking what he should do, and I told him to be more assertive. An hour later, he came back basically in tears, saying that no matter what he said, Tom was just ignoring him. I went upstairs and told Tom that it was time for him to go home. And the kid legitimately looked me in the eye and said, no, I don't think I will. Very polite kid. I then called his mother, who didn't pick him up. Finally, I unplugged the machine from the wall, causing the game to turn off. But he attached the controller to the handheld part and sat on Brian's beanbag chair, again impervious to anything we said. At my limit, I went into another room and called the police. Since we live in a small town, the police officer, a good friend of ours, came right over. Tom finally got his act together and was taken home by the police. But on his way out, I told him that he was never going to step foot in my house again. I told him not to talk to Brian at school and not to text Brian privately. An hour later, the parent says Tom's mother called and shrieked about how horrible her son had been treated. I stayed calm and told her I had called her, but she said she was busy in a meeting and couldn't talk. Since then, I've received dozens of anger-filled texts, both from Tom's mother and numbers I don't know. I wouldn't care what those trashy parents think, but I wonder if they have a point. Was calling the police over the top? You know what I'm saying? Easy? Was calling the police over the top?
Well, no, the police was a friend, and I guess nothing. I guess the police is there in an authoritative form, so nothing happened. So I would have thought calling the police, the child will respond, seeing the police there, and that's the end of it. Because I mean, nothing was done.
Okay. What about you, Izzy? What do you reckon?
I would have called the police for me.
Yeah, I have to admit, she was quite patient, wasn't she? Oh yeah, because that means you have to sit there while the boy trespassing in your house and everything.
Wait! You're gonna come into my home, go into my son's room.
No, I don't think so.
Monkey behind the. Yeah.
I should have said that. Easy. When I used to come to your house and your mum used to come and when your mum used to come and switch off the light and everything to everyone to leave, that's what I should have said to your mum. Nah, I don't think so.
Seriously, hello, is that Officer Jenkins? Yeah, you know me, it's easy. Yeah. Hi, is everything okay? No, I'm about to commit a murder. You have 13 minutes to get here.
Yep.
You have, and the door's unlocked. Just let
Get
yourself
here as
in.
soon as you
I'm
can.
about to commit murder.
Is it?
Yeah, seriously. I'd have called the police for me.
I love it, mate. No, I don't think so.
Seriously, that little boy would have heard 2 words: stand clear. As the ambulance crew hit him with a defibrillator.
Oh, please.
Seriously, what? Can't believe, what? I
Yeah.
don't think so. That sounds like a horror film.
Kids are there getting bright, mate. Yeah, refuse to leave the house. I should have tried that, man.
He sound like Kevin Spacey in Seven at the very end when he had the head in the box in the field.
Oh, please.
Oh,
He didn't know. Yeah, exactly. That sounds all dark and cantankerous.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Little
But
kid.
yeah, I thought I'd read that one out, man, because I just thought that boy, if nothing else, he had a pair on him. Yeah, if nothing else. Yeah.
I want to say something else, but it's too early.
Yeah,
A
go
Jamaican man who won £1 million on the lottery picked up his massive check while wearing a mask from the horror movie Scream.
I think I read this.
The winner apparently didn't want anyone to know that he'd scooped the life-changing sum of cash. The lucky man, who was only identified as A. Campbell, also wore a full coat, long trousers, and gloves to conceal his identity. Lottery winners in Jamaica often wear disguises due to the high crime in the country and to avoid harassment from scroungers. According to the report, scroungers, does that include families in brackets?
Of course. Probably,
So anyway, he actually won the Super Lotto prize, a lottery game which was running in several Caribbean islands in November, but waited 54 days to collect the check. My man's patient to boot as well.
He's hoping that everything would die down, isn't it? He's trying to sneak in through the back door, didn't he? But the crowd was still there when he got there.
Mr. Campbell spoke about the moment he realized he was a millionaire, reports the Jamaican Star. He said, normally I would write down the numbers from the draw on television, eat, and then go and check my numbers. I looked at my ticket that night and ran into my bathroom and I said, I won. Who was he talking to in the bathroom? I guess
The
just
mirror, innit? The mirror.
Innit? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Guess who won the lottery? Me. So the lottery winner also discussed how he planned to spend the cash, adding, I want to get a nice house. I haven't found it yet, but I'll be looking for one soon. I like to handle money. I don't beg. I don't borrow. Yeah, you wait till your family roll up.
Innit?
So I'm looking at things that can turn over money. I have a little business so I can make it bigger, buy an apartment. I love to have money. Another Super Lotto winner wore an emoji mask to protect her identity when picking up a big check worth millions in June last year.
Right.
You know what? I would do the same thing.
Yeah. I don't think that's too ridiculous, to be honest. No. You can imagine the problems they're going to get. I mean, not even beggars, man. They have to be more careful about getting robbed out there, bro.
Yeah. I mean, like, oh, God, you won. Easy's won the lottery, and everyone know where I live all of a sudden. Ain't seen me for years and years and years. Know where I live all of a sudden.
Of course. Make it their business to find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, remember when I bought you that bottle of Perrier water? Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it? Yeah,
About £10,000.
I think we went to the same infant school. I think
Yeah,
you used to be my best friend.
yeah,
By the way, lend me some money.
yeah. Yeah, look,
Is it?
I ain't seen you in the longest.
Okay. That takes us to Roxanne. Any texts from our listeners?
There sure is.
All right.
This is the feedback from the show 2 weeks ago on nature versus nurture. Are criminals born or are they bred? First message. So, Andre, we got quite an insight into your tainted youth tonight. Don't say it weren't you, mate. You were sounding too cagey. Sorry I never messaged the show. Stella and I were listening on the train coming back from Montrose, and that's from Brian and Stella.
Yeah. yeah. You needed this.
I think you like that one
Yeah,
too
it needs
much.
to sound trashing. That round. There's a back aching for the whip.
Well, that was a bit of a different topic tonight, but as usual, it was a good listen. And as usual, we got to learn a few things we previously didn't, and that's from Becky.
Becky, yes.
Were all those little gems
hi,
about
Becky.
you, Andre? You weren't a part of nature or nurture. You were just plain naughty. And that's from Shona in Maidstone.
That wasn't me anyway. I don't know why did you think it was me?
You sound like Shaggy right there, you know. You sound just like Shaggy.
Nature or nurture? A criminal has a thought process unlike anyone else, in our opinion, whether it's premeditated or a split-second decision. It's in their head and is triggered by either what they have seen in their childhood or other mitigating circumstances. But either way, by committing a crime, they can't possibly understand the devastation one crime can leave in the aftermath. And that's from David and Sandra in Florida. Given the horrific experience David and Sandra had to endure through the experience with criminals, this is a compelling message that cannot be argued, I guess.
Okay, indeed.
That's true. That is true.
Well done, guys. That was a tough subject, very different aspects from both sides. Andre, you were just
Why do
naughty.
people keep saying that?
Think we prefer the Would You shows now to the debate shows. But no matter what you do, you are still mega funny. And that's love from Annette and the ladies. Very serious subject today. In my opinion, a criminal is a criminal is a criminal. Nothing more to say. And that's from Fiona in Belfast.
All right.
You know the story of my husband's father trying to buy him out of marrying me. It was the same for everything with this family. You do as the family say. He had to lose all connections with his family to stay with me. What a man I have. And that's from your friend, Donna Mirandi. Kiss.
I concur, Donna. What a man you have.
Hi, Donna.
Andre, you were a naughty boy, weren't you? We had a laugh at you trying to convince us it wasn't you. Well done, guys. And that's from Donna and the crew in Vauxhall.
Blow out your candle, standard, that cake, get dipped. Stand up, take some pics. Post on Instagram, Snapchat, crack that bottle of champers and take some sit. In France, they say...
Yeah, that's high to the road, man. Helped me for a while.
I don't actually think that tonight's show went the way I thought it would. It was humorous as always, and Andre's misspent childhood was the main reason for that. Did you think that we wouldn't guess that it was you, Andre? I didn't enjoy this show as much as the last couple of shows. they just seemed to be so much more fluid, and you guys could really have a laugh at each other's expense. Easy seemed like he really wasn't feeling the topic today, or was he feeling under the weather? Even the texters were very few today. That message is from Amber in Kentucky. So you guys are going to have to bring on the A game today.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hi, Amber.
Great debate, JXP team. First time I've noticed Andre and Easy going head to head. Can't agree on anything. Great for debate. Well done, guys. Keep it up. With regards to this week's show, if anyone has to give up their lifestyle of philandering and choose one person to settle down with, it's a big sacrifice. Just to let you know, I've seen my grandma extract coal from babies' blocked noses before, and it works.
Okay.
Roxy, you're all right. Roxy, you're doing a great job. Keep it up, girl.
That's why you had to get that in.
And that's from Theodore.
Theo. It's funny he mentions the extracting coal from a baby's nose. We spoke about that way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's the show. Our
Indeed.
listeners are always got this show
for
on
sure.
their minds.
Yep. Is there more?
No, that's it.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right. Let's go to a commercial break, and when we return, things could get messy.
Can a guy really just be friends with a woman? Are men only as faithful as their options? Is the higher than ever divorce rate a byproduct of women's newfound independence? Find out our views to this and many other questions on the Juxtaposition Debate Show, because there are two sides to every story.
Okay, we are back and about to open the phone lines. But before we do,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your referee for the day. I want a nice, clean debate. Protect yourselves at all times. And remember, no whinging, no whining, no sighing, no crying. The topic of the day is extramarital relationships, pros and cons.
all right, extramarital relationships, pros and cons. I'm sure many of you listeners have got views on this. So yeah, call in, text or WhatsApp us on 07493 976 396. Alternatively, email the gxpdebate@gmail.com. Easy. Come on, son.
Yeah.
You want to kick this off?
No.
Extramarital relationships, pros and cons.
Okay. I'm going to say this short line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Short line. Go on.
Just a short piece. Just a little,
Yep.
30 seconds of puffing and panting, sweating up the sheets, getting all ugly in the face, could actually kill 20 to 30 years of a relationship. Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
Oh, I don't know. What are you doing? You're playing badminton? What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Look, there's other things that you could be doing right there, but it's a bit early. Stays home.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. I said, you don't sweat up the sheets when you're playing badminton.
So what's the first line that you said? The first line again?
30 seconds of puffing and panting, sweating up the sheets. Okay. With with a third party, okay, outside of your relationship, can kill 20 to 30 years of relationship. Is it worth it?
Okay, well, I have to
Is it
admit.
worth it?
Yeah, well, no. I think if you're talking 30 seconds, bruv, then, I'd probably say no. An hour, 2, 3, 4. You know, we could debate that. 30 seconds, no, bruv, it ain't worth it. That's my answer to that. All right. All right.
Okay, you.
All right. Okay, so of course I'm not here to tell you that extramarital relationships is a good thing, but the program is called Pros and Cons. So I guess my job will be to tell you, because even though you didn't say it, obviously you're going to be discussing the cons. So I'm going to tell you what I believe the pros may be. So yeah, I've got here the pros of extramarital relationships. How a threesome changed their relationship. It says here, we become closer. It makes our relationship stronger. The more threesomes we have, the closer we become. My boyfriend legitimately derives pleasure from seeing me with other women. So right there is a couple that's engaging in extramarital relations, and it's a pro for them. Here's another one.
They're greedy. They're greedy.
They may well be greedy. The question isn't about whether or not they're greedy. The question is, it's a pro for their relationship. Who are we to judge? Who are we to label? Don't label easy.
You know, at some point, someone's going to get jealous.
Oh my God, he's a soothsayer now. He's going to tell us the future now. I don't know nothing of the sort. I'm not in a position to know what's going to happen for them. All I know is that they have thought sufficiently to write in to tell them that extramarital relations works for them. Here's another one. It's strengthened our relationship. At first, it was something. Hold on, slow down, bro. At first, it was something she did for me, but as we did them, she had fun. She likes to be bad, and she likes to feel desired. And two people fawning over her in a threesome certainly does both. It strengthened our relationship because we used the threesomes constructively to focus on what we can do to make and keep each other happy. She's also very comfortable with the reality that I have no interest in other women. That my kink is seeing two women together and making her happy. So there again, we have a scenario of extramarital relations that is a pro for this couple. Do you want more? I can go on all day, mate.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. Let me hear this rubbish.
It's helped tackle our trust issues. It's made us closer. Makes you want to go out and do it, doesn't it? We had to tackle some communication and trust issues that we didn't know we had, that either leads to a stronger relationship or puts you on the rocks. It worked out well for us. That was over 15 years ago. We're still ethically non-monogamous. So again, we have an example of extramarital relations that worked for this couple. And I believe, Lorna, you want to step in?
Yep. Joey has messaged in and he says, these types of relationships really end well. Someone always gets jealous. Based on that story, it seems like we have our own royal family over here.
Well, again, this couple said that was 15 years ago, and they're still ethically monogamous. So it's still working for them. So again, we can all judge and use our own biases to make statements. But again, who are we to judge? You want some more? All day, mate. It can be all day. It made him even sexier to me. I kind of don't really think much about it. I kind of didn't really think much about it before. I was suddenly in the moment and it was happening. Admittedly, not the best idea. At that second, I was suddenly really worried I was going to be super jealous of the other girl. But it turned out I don't have that problem. It hasn't changed our relationship much at all. But I did find out I really like seeing him with other girls. I find it intensely sexy to see him have his way with another woman. It makes him even sexier to me. So again, an example of extramarital relations that have worked. Do you want more? I could go on all day, mate.
No, let me drop on it. Let me drop on it. Okay.
Go for it.
Wife kicked me out after I cheated 3 times, but I want her back.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
My cheating ways have finally caught up with me. My wife has kicked me out, and I desperately want her back. We've been together for 18 years, since I was 21 and she was 19. We have 2 teenage children together. I've always loved her, but during the course of our relationship, I've cheated on her 3 times. I don't know why. I bet I do. You just.
Oh, again, that probably leads back to another one of our topics about is it asking too much? Is monogamy? Maybe maybe we're all fighting the basic instinct, and maybe he lost the fight. He had a moment of weakness.
Look,
Who knows?
you know what? Back in the Stone Age, we may have been like that, but you know what? We've developed. Okay, we've developed. So no, that one's not flying with me. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that was just
the first one was 10 years ago with the woman I met. The first one was 10 years ago with a woman I met in a pub. My wife found out and she was gutted, but we managed to work through our problems.
Yeah.
But fast forward 3 years, and I did it again. He sounds like Britney Spears, isn't it? Oops, I did it.
So you hung out for 3 years. I wonder if you really hung out for 3 years, or did he just get caught after 3 years? Or was he just the most unlucky man in the world? He slipped out, he got caught. 3 years later, he slipped out again, got caught again.
It was a colleague that time. My wife suspected, but could never prove it.
Ah.
She said if it happened again, she would leave. A few months ago, I started chatting to a woman online. It was at a time my wife needed me because she'd lost her mum. Nothing physical happened, but it was still an emotional affair. My wife found the messages and she was devastated. She said she couldn't deal with the betrayal again, especially at a time when she was grieving. She asked me why I'd done it, and I couldn't give her an explanation. I can, because you're immoral. You're greedy. You're
so judgmental.
I really would.
Easy, you're so judgmental.
Who's so judgmental?
You don't know him,
Listen.
as my kids would say. You don't know me.
Okay. I still really love her. If you really loved her, you would have parked you behind at home and wouldn't trip. Look,
the thing is, that's the reality of life.
If he loved her,
So what do you think? You don't think he loves her? Of course he loves her. Happens all the time.
but but he obviously loves spooning with somebody else as well.
That's his problem right there.
Look,
The problem isn't that he loves her. The problem is that he's weak.
how can I get her to see I'm destroyed with the pain I have caused? What? What about the devastation he's caused? What about the devastation he's caused? I need her to understand she's the only woman. Listen to this bit. I need her to understand she's the only woman for me. I know I don't deserve her, but I'll do anything for her. You might want to kill yourself. I think she might want that.
That's a bit much, mate. That's a little bit much.
What's a bit much?
I like what he says.
Listen. No. There's a you know what? You know in France they have crime of passion.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. And you know it refers. Let me just quote it here. It refers to a violent crime, which tends to be murder, usually associated with cheating. Right. So here's me. If I'm with somebody and she tells me that she's been seeing somebody behind my back, guess what? Go. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to.
So what's that? Why do you mention crime of passion?
And what have you? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Okay. I said about, kill yourself. All right. Now, I'd rather be told than come home and find my missus in flagrante delicto with another man in my bed.
I'm not even sure.
I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Yeah, of course.
I'm telling you now. If I open the door and I open the bedroom door, I hear puffing and panting. I go upstairs and open the bedroom door, and I find her right in bed with another man. Trust me, this is a case of seal it bang and the bitch is gone. Trust me. I'm telling you that, and I'm sorry for using that word,
yes,
the B
indeed.
word, but
yeah, I hear you still, mate. I hear you.
you know what I mean?
Okay. Drop down.
Tracy in Scotland's message reads, more times than should happen, two women agree to a threesome and then end up having more fun with each other than you. Suddenly you realise you're sitting alone on the side of the bed with your Johnson in your hand. If you go through with a threesome with your wife and mistress, keep in mind you may not end up the star attraction.
Oh, okay, Tracy. Maybe Tracy will want to write in and tell us a few more stories.
Andre,
We'll
let
go into a bit more detail.
Andre,
Yeah.
Andre, let me put a hypothetical to you. Okay. All right,
This is a high. Come on, son.
You're a single man, okay, and you know you're
A man of the world.
yeah, exactly, yeah, and
What do they call that?
you know your partner is a twin.
My
and
partner's
the other one
what?
wants to get busy with you as well.
Okay.
Your partner is a twin.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, your partner's a twin. Okay. How can I best put this?
Come
I don't
on,
know.
come on.
Let me think.
Let's keep this moving. Come on. Easy. Come
How
on.
would you tell the difference?
How do you what? How do you tell the difference? Yeah, someone said something like that to me recently. Someone, a woman was talking to me and said roughly the same thing about she had a friend who was with two twins, two guys who were twins, and she said the same thing. But my answer to her was that us geezers, we don't have that problem. We don't really care. That was my answer. We don't really care. I mean, your question.
right, okay.
Your question. Hold on. Your question is how do we tell the difference? Hold on. Let me finish, bro. No, you've asked a question. Let me finish.
If the other twin, what, didn't have a beard, you'd be. Is that how you'd figure out?
What? Hold on. Oh, now I see you. Oh, very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I take it back. We do care. We do care. We care a great deal. I love it. You nutter.
Gotcha.
Very good.
Gotcha.
Very good. Now I can see why you forced that through. Love it, mate. Love it. Blunt force trauma. All right. Let's move swiftly on. I'm going to give you an example. This might be a bit controversial, but that's what I do. The pros of extramarital relationships. So I'm going to give you an example of a successful extramarital relationship. Yeah. Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles.
No.
Well, I read that and I concur with it. They ultimately led to his divorce with Princess Diana. Charles married Camilla in 2005. Theirs was an affair that, despite the ups and downs and constant media hounding, culminated into marriage. So, yeah, in that scenario, that is a successful extramarital affair.
Yeah, but for each successful extramarital affair, you have thousands that are not successful.
Yes,
Well,
you
of
have
course,
thousands,
but I mean,
just-
that's like saying don't get married because for every happy person who gets married, there are thousands who divorce. Of course.
Okay, so what are you saying? That we should all go out, all those married people should go out there and have an extramarital affair to see if it's going to benefit their...
No, again, no. I'm not saying any of these is what we should do. All I'm doing is trying to show that there are positive sides to extramarital relationships. Not all extramarital relationships end in doom and gloom. There are pros. That's what we're here discussing. Some extramarital relationships that you can class as a pro, the positive sides to it, and obviously easy here to show that there are extramarital relationships that end in doom and gloom. That's what we're doing. I'm not trying to advocate it or anything like that. I'm just trying to show that there are pros to extramarital relationships. That's what I'm doing. Not saying I would do it. Not saying to go out and do it. Just make that clear. 'Cause I know.
Yeah. You better stress that right through the show. Throughout the show,
exactly.
You better stress that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But otherwise,
I got here.
Sorry, go ahead.
I've got here.
What you got there? What you got there?
The stages of getting cheated on. Okay.
The stages.
You have the stage of getting cheated. Yes. Yeah. You got. Yeah.
No, I thought there was just one stage to go out. You cheat. Is that the stages?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. After it comes out that one of a member of the family is cheating. A member
Yeah.
The couple who's cheated.
Okay.
You got denial. Okay, you got the devastation of it, which is what I mentioned earlier. You know, you know, the feeling unwanted. What did I do? You know, was it the simple thing as did I put on weight, or
Don't know.
did I
Did she?
look right for them anymore? Eh?
I said I don't know. Did she?
What?
Did she put on weight? I don't know.
This is pertaining to a woman, I guess. Crying a lot, self-loathing, the over-dramatic nostalgia. They think back to, and I guess men do it as well. They think back to, when things were happy leading up, before that happened, or before they found that out.
Yep.
Then you got the anger. You got the anger that comes along, and
So no. So who are they angry? When they're angry, who are they angry with?
Plotting some.
Oh,
Well, obviously anger the cheater.
Oh, sorry.
You got the, plotting some kind of revenge. You've got,
revenge.
Wanting to be alone. In some case, wanting to be alone.
Depression.
Some people, yeah, depression. Yeah, I've said that already. Some people want to get an angle as to, the whole thing. Okay. Then you got the anger come through again, and this is a bit that gets me. This is what I found. Why is it some men cheat on their spouses with ugly women?
Yeah, I have to admit, that's the $1 million question, mate.
Why would?
Again, I think.
Why would you have mash up your relationship, your finances, your friendships, whatever, your reputation, for a temporary ugly bruise?
Again,
why would you do that?
Again, I think it really is a scenario that, regarding whether you want to believe it or not, that there are some men that have problems controlling those sexual urges. And it's as simple as that. Some men will say it's probably for no other reason than the opportunity presented itself. And for some guys, I really think it's that. And as sad as it is, yeah. And that's why when their wives leave them, some of them fall apart, because they really do love their wives, or their missus, or their girlfriend, or whatever. But they were just weak. And that's really what it is. But yeah, that is $1 million question, but yeah, and I've seen it as well. Yeah.
I've seen it. And you think it.
Yeah, and you see them break down. I see them break down and cry.
Do you remember what you had? Do you remember what you had at home? Do you remember what you had? Because we're talking past tense now. Do you remember what you had? Yeah. And this little troglodyte, you let come into the fold and destroyed everything.
Yeah.
No, it can't say that, because it takes two hands to clap. I always say that it takes two hands to clap. I mean, but I don't know. No.
Okay.
Nah, it's beyond me. It's beyond me.
All right.
It's beyond me.
Short sentence. How an extramarital relationship can help a marriage in the most strangest of ways. So again, just another example of exactly what it says. The pros of an extramarital relationship in this particular scenario. Rory Lane found out about her husband's extramarital affair only after his death, when he left a part of his fortune in his will to a lady whose name she had never heard from him. When she went to her place, this is the woman's place, she realized that it was she who had given him all the money that he needed to start his business 30 years back.
Oh, wow.
She used to be his high school sweetheart, but things didn't work out between them until they met years later. When they met again, he was struggling as a jobless family man, and she was a successful career woman. So what did she do? She lent him the money. Their affair remained discreet till his death, but she was the pillar in his life. The benefits of an extramarital affair can extend to your marriage too, by giving it a boost in the most odd ways. So yeah, the extramarital affair he had is what allowed him and enabled him to live with his wife and his family in the lifestyle that they were living in. No extramarital relationship, no big house, no big business, no everything. So again, that's just another example of an extramarital relationship that worked for someone. Well, not for someone, for a whole family. And a few others.
Okay, I'll give you that
So,
one.
Roxanne, we good say?
I was to say, I'll give you that one. That's a good
No,
example.
first of all, you didn't give me. I took it. You didn't give me. I took it. But yeah, this is you.
Silent Assassin says, easy. 30 seconds is a waste of time and sacrifice. Remember, beauty is not solely an obvious thing. Beauty can be from within what you perceive to be an ugly woman.
That's from
Silent Assassin. Long time, Silent.
Yeah. But always good to hear
Yeah,
from her.
and my reply to Silent Assassin will probably be something along the line.
I miss you.
You got a blow up doll or something? You got a blow up doll? What do you mean? I miss you. Yeah, I do miss Silent Assassin. I do miss Silent Assassin. I do.
We all do. All right, is it my turn or yours?
No, you go on. I was actually looking for something. And I've lost it.
Good, yeah. We're on there. Okay. When is it actually okay to seek outside your marriage?
Never.
Wait for it. Well,
Yes.
Dr. Shannon.
No.
You got something to say, or you're gonna let me do what I gotta do?
Go on.
Oh, thank you. Dr. Shannon Chavez, clinical psychologist and certified sex therapist, helps explain. Sex outside of the relationship is only cheating when you get caught. Oh, no, sorry. That's just a note.
Really?
No, that's just
What,
a
did you
note
say-
that I wrote down. No, forget it. No. Sorry, it's only cheating when it's done without the partner's consent. Sorry. It's only cheating when it's done without the partner's consent. Okay? If it's openly discussed and boundaries are established, it can be done. She continues, it is often through fantasies that couples learn to open up sexually, find the language to articulate their feelings, heal sexual shame, and learn how to explore areas of their sexuality together that need improvement. So yeah, let me just quickly say this again. It's only cheating when it's done without your partner's consent. See, so that's again an example of extramarital relationship which can work for relationships. And your silence, both of you, speaks volumes. And I can see your lips quivering.
No. I'm
No,
thinking.
I'm listening to you. I'm just trying to find.
No,
this,
not your
trying
lips,
to find
easy.
the
I'm talking about
story that
Roxanne's lips. I don't know.
This Dr. Chavez,
Yeah.
she says that it's
only
often
cheating when it's
through
done.
fantasies that couples learn to open up sexually.
It's often through fantasies.
Okay, yeah, but I'm sure most people, when they're with their partner, have fantasies. You can put on a video and think, have fanciful thoughts with your partner. You don't have to go out there and act on
no one
these
says you
thoughts
have to.
and cheat.
I don't think she's saying you have to, but I think again it's just a point that if you have discussed it with your other half and you come to some sort of agreement as it says here, and you have boundaries and stuff like that, those boundaries are established, then it can work. And we're brought up in a society where obviously
But
yes.
go on.
We're brought up in a society
listen,
where we're led to believe that anything other than a couple is, I don't know, anything from disgusting to unhealthy. It just won't work. But there are probably thousands upon thousands of people who would argue that fact. So are they all wrong? No. There are, time and time again, there are scenarios where extramarital relationships will work, or are good for the couple, or for the group or whatever.
I don't see it.
Yeah. Oh, well, don't worry. By the end of 2 hours, you'll see it.
No.
By the end of 2 hours, you'll see
No.
it.
I mean,
Is that
you
your
know
argument?
what?
Is that your
Part
argument?
of me
No.
gets what you're saying, but- Part of me gets what you're saying, because what you're saying, if it's consensual, then in effect it's not cheating.
Pardon? If what? Of course, it's not cheating if it's consensual.
If
Do you think it's
yeah,
do you think it's still
right,
cheating?
Okay, so
Do you think it's still cheating?
no, hold on. I've really got no time for it. But
The question isn't if you've got
we're
time for
talking
it.
about, we're talking about cheating.
No,
Anyway,
we're not.
let me
No, we're
ask you a
not.
couple
We're not
of
talking about
questions.
cheating. We're talking about
Okay.
extramarital relations. We're not talking about cheating. You decided that extramarital relations means cheating, but I'm telling you that extramarital relationships does not mean cheating. Yeah,
Okay, that's your opinion, and that's your opinion.
that's a
and I have
fact.
mine,
That's
okay?
a fact. That's not my opinion. That's a fact.
Here's a yeah, okay, it's a fact. Okay, Sophie and Maxine decided to take a break from their relationship to focus on themselves, but hope to get back together. They don't specify any rules. 2 days into the break, Maxine hooks up with her friend Riley. Is this cheating?
All right,
The
go through that
answers-
again.
the question-
Go,
the
say that
answers
again.
are yes, it's cheating.
Oh.
It's definitely sketchy, or no, it's not cheating.
So could you say it again? I was planning my next attack. but
Sophie and
sorry.
Sophie and Maxine decide to take a break from their relationship to focus on themselves. Okay, but hope to get back together. They don't specify any rules. 2 days into the break, Maxine hooks up with her friend Riley. Is this cheating?
No, it's not.
So the answers
No,
are
it's-
Yeah, and
no. Roxanne, you saying it's not? Yeah.
yeah. I have to admit,
Yeah, because
it's not. I concur. It's not. It's not actually cheating.
okay, cool.
We are talking about
Alright,
two women,
next
aren't we?
question. Huh?
We're talking about two women, aren't
Does
we?
that matter?
Yeah.
Just so I can picture it in my mind.
that's what I thought.
Just wanna be, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about two women. Yeah. Next question here. Carter and his girlfriend Serena go to a party. At one point, Serena overhears Carter being flirty with another woman and telling her that he would totally hook up with her if he was single. Is he cheating?
Well, that's a tough one. It's well, again, he said he would if he was single. So I guess what he's flirting, but he's not trying to line her up. He's not sort of saying it if she was not here. So it's not cheating, but he's not being respectful to his missus. But it's not cheating, no. Roxanne?
Yeah, because I agree. Because when I'm thinking of cheating, I'm thinking about a sexual.
No, that's no. Let me get this
Yeah.
right. I don't think
No,
that
no,
it
you
has
see,
to
no.
be sexual. I don't think it
Well,
has to be physical.
in my
sorry.
mind,
Okay.
I think it's got to be
Okay,
a sexual act.
that's good to know.
No, well, that's not. I mean, yeah, but no, but see, but what about what about emotional cheating?
Yeah.
When
Well,
you're,
I agree.
so when you're, yeah, so that is still cheating. So for me, he's cheating.
Okay, well, that's your.
She's
opinion.
overheard. She overheard.
Yeah. Yeah, but
overheard.
he's sloppy. He's sloppy,
Okay.
but you know what I
Well,
mean?
he should have turned down her hearing aid. He should have told her hearing aid before we started talking together.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
could argue that she's been eavesdropping.
Emily
and,
has.
yeah, you know what I mean? And she needs to pack that
Oh,
stuff
stop
in.
it! Yeah,
She needs to pack that in. Have a little more respect.
you Neanderthal. Emily has been dating her girlfriend Paige for over a year. Whenever her ex Maya is in town, they meet up for coffee to catch up. They never hook up, but Emily doesn't tell Paige about these meetups. Is she cheating?
All right, that's good. I like that one. But again, I would say, well, from the information you've given, I'd say no. Obviously, I don't really know what they're talking about. But they never hook up. So unless they don't hook up, but when they do meet, she's whispering sweet nothings in her ear. Again, I think we're talking about two women. Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about that. So just
Yeah.
meet up
Then
for
from
coffee,
the evidence
chit-chat.
that we have, I would say no. Roxanne?
No, yeah.
No, I think my question is too easy. So if you think that someone speaking to someone or going on a lunch or a meal with someone is cheating, when you see someone and you think that person's attractive and you're in a relationship, are you not cheating?
Mm-hmm.
We all look at someone and think, oh, they're attractive, but I don't look at that
No,
as
I was
cheating.
thinking with regards to what? With regards to the guy talking about if he was single.
No, I think Roxanne just asking a question. In day to day, you might be walking down the road, you might see a girl and she's attractive. Would you think, even if you're with somebody, we think, oh, she's nice? And if you think that, does that mean you're cheating?
I would say I would say she's nice and that's it. Move on.
Is that cheating?
If I'm with somebody,
Is that cheating?
Yeah, that's it. What do you think?
But is that cheating?
Huh?
Is that cheating?
No, I wouldn't consider. Oh no, I wouldn't consider it cheating. No.
So So what's the difference between that and the guy talking to the girl exactly?
What, the guy saying that if he was single
Yeah. What's the difference? I'm just trying to establish clearly what's the difference.
with his missus right there? That's
Oh, so the only
disrespectful
difference
from the
is
get-go.
that your missus wasn't there when you was eyeing up some girl. Is that the difference? You dog.
There's a difference. Listen, you know what? The one word you miss is interaction. Okay, interaction. He's interacting with this other woman, and his missus is there, and she heard him say it.
So here's another question
Okay?
then for you.
He's
Have you
disrespectful.
have you ever
In fact,
spoken? Have you ever spoken to a woman that you thought was attractive while you've been in a relationship? Have you ever
Yeah.
spoken to anybody who you thought was attractive? Anybody while you was with a woman?
Yes, but
What
not
was that?
but not in a way that
You
would,
adulteress. You adulterer. You.
that would cause any damage.
Well,
Shut up.
you could argue the way he spoke to that the way he spoke to that woman may not have caused any damage because he made it clear that because he was in a relationship, nothing was going to happen, didn't he? Have you frozen, or is that deep thought? What's happening there?
No.
Oh, that was deep thought. Oh, I
I'm not
thought you-
frozen. Can
you frozen?
Can you see that? Can you see that? I'm not frozen.
I can see that, bro. I can see that.
Yeah, good.
Okay. I've got something else. I am married and have 3 children with my husband. For the most part, our lives are happy. My husband and I have a good relationship and we are active in our children's lives. However, I am utterly unsatisfied sexually. Before my relationship with my husband, I had a very successful friends with benefits relationship with another man, which ended because I moved out of his area. We were exceptionally sexually compatible, enjoyed each other's company, and had a very clear understanding of our relationship boundaries. We have kept in touch just a little, but never in a sexual context since I began dating my husband. Unfortunately, I am no longer content to simply accept being less than satisfied in any area of my life, including sexually. And I know that this other man is able and willing to provide that for me. My husband appears to be both unwilling and unable to provide what I need sexually. However, our family functions well as a unit, and he is a good, involved father and a generally decent man. So the thought of breaking up our family is heartbreaking to me and seems very selfish. So with all that, I'm going to give you a few questions. So here's our options, she says. I could leave my marriage, break up my family, and pursue my own satisfaction, which feels like a blatant betrayal of my children, and I have previously thought to be my moral standards. That's one option. I could get sexual satisfaction outside of my marriage with a person I trust and have confidence in. I could try to simply accept I will not ever truly be satisfied in life sexually or even emotionally. 4. I could try to persuade my husband to be accepting in an open relationship. And the last option, I have asked him to go counselling with me, but he has flatly refused. It is worth noting, however, that I am in a place where I do not have the desire to become emotionally close to him again anyway. The thought of even trying to become emotionally open to him is repulsive to me. So, easy, what would you advise?
Repulsive.
Yeah. She said, yeah.
Repulsive.
Yeah. That's what she says here, yeah. The idea of becoming emotionally... So she's don't forget, she says before that the family functions well as a unit. He's a good, involved father and a generally decent husband. So she respects him, but yeah, she doesn't want to be emotionally involved with him in any way. So what are her options? She could leave her marriage, although
one.
she says that that's a blatant betrayal to her children, and she also says that's not something in her moral standards. So that's not something she wants to do. I could get sexual satisfaction outside of my marriage. I could simply accept that I'll never be satisfied sexually or emotionally. Or I could persuade my husband to be accepting of an open relationship. Which would you advise?
Number 1.
One is what? Oh, leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole point
Yeah.
of being in a marriage is
If you're-
you've got to
she
find
says-
your partner
yes,
sexually
she's-
attractive. So,
Let me say that.
Exactly,
What,
Roxanne.
would you agree with what Roxanne just said? The whole point of a marriage is that you
Well,
can
no,
find your
yes.
husband.
no,
Listen,
not the
but
whole
what- so-
point, but that is a factor that's important in.
Do you know that how many marriages are rock solid and there's no sex involved?
But I've got to find. You're still got to be attracted to you, though. If she finds her partner repulsive.
No, she doesn't find.
Yes,
she,
exactly.
No, let me just clarify. She doesn't, because she's already made it clear at the top here that she's happy living together. But she says the idea of being emotionally linked to him again is repulsive, not him. She's asked him to go counselling, so she wants to fix the problem, but she says she's in a place now. She has no desire to become emotionally close to him again. So she wants to be. She's trying to
Okay,
fix
let
something.
me ask one question. Is she happy? Does she sound happy?
No, that's why she's writing in.
Does she sound happy?
No.
Bounce.
Yeah.
Bounce. If you're not
Well,
happy,
what about, she's got
bounce.
here, I could try to persuade my husband to be accepting in an open relationship. So in other words, if she was allowed to sleep with the other guy, she'd be happy to stay in the relationship, and she'd be happy.
No, she's just being
Oh,
greedy. She wants a
I
cake
smell a crime
and
of,
eat it.
I smell a, yeah, I smell a crime of passion.
I don't know. Okay, well, my point though in that, I guess, is that she seems to think that that's an option. So if he was to turn around
Yeah,
and
she
say
does.
to her,
She does. She does, but he doesn't. He's being selfish by not wanting to go to counselling. But on the flip side, she finds him repulsive.
no,
If
she
she
doesn't find
finds
him
him
repulsive.
Emotionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emotionally repulsive, guess what? Go and you got this the potential little, what do you call it? Friends with benefits, whatever going on.
Yeah.
Guess what? Go there. Leave your husband.
Yeah.
because
No. It's not just about leaving the
no matter
husband.
what,
You see,
you are not happy. You are not happy. She's not happy.
You see, all right, let me just say this then. I think that one of the scenarios that we have in this day and age, which is different from our parents, is that probably our parents were more willing to try to save their marriage than we are. Would it be for the sake of the kids or whatever? I mean, you're both of you. Your idea is leave him. No thought for the kids or nothing. Just leave him. No.
Actually, I'm thinking about the kids. Actually, I'm thinking about the kids.
Yeah, that's what
thinking about the kids,
that's what a lot of
because-
parents say. But the reality is, you're not. Here's what you never once mentioned the
no,
kids.
come on.
All you said to me is she happy? You never once said, what about the kids? You never once mentioned the kids. And that's what I think most people say that.
Either way, Andre, it's going to be disruption and carnage.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be disruption and carnage. Okay. So her leaving the kids is going to be carnage. All right. Her getting caught is going to be carnage.
No. She's trying to not trying to dig behind his back. She's trying to come to some kind of arrangement.
Yes, and obviously he's not going to go counselling. You think he's going to turn around and say,
No,
"Yeah,
the
you've
open
got to have this little
relationship.
thing." This
What
little
if
thing
he
with
was
your
okay with the open
benefits,
relationship?
friends and benefits, geezer.
No, he might be.
Say again?
What if he said okay to the open relationship?
If he doesn't agree to counselling, he's definitely going to agree to an open relationship. No chance. No chance. If she's not happy, from when you said she's emotionally, if she finds him emotionally repulsive, guess what? You're not happy. Step.
Fair enough.
Silent Assassin has a response to your scenario. Andre, your scenario, she should work on herself prior to making any of the 4 options. She's going through changes. Yes, Roxy, she's extremely greedy.
Yeah. I guess you could argue. I'm not sure why she's greedy, but I guess you could argue then that
Because she
anybody.
wants a cake and eats
So
it.
what about? Okay, well we'll come back to that. Okay, all right, easy. What you got? Got anything?
The health aspects of cheating. Okay.
Again, let's make this clear.
Um,
We're not talking about cheating. We're talking about extramarital relationships, which isn't necessarily cheating.
okay.
But carry on.
Go
carry
on, yeah.
The health, the health, the cons of an extramarital affair. Okay. Does that
No, it's not an affair.
is that adequate?
Not really, but Karen, I'm just hassling you. Go, Karen. I can see you get stressed. Karen.
Shut up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah. Come on. Dead air. No dead air time.
No, sorry, apologies. 1 second. Have I got it here? Yeah.
Go,
Right, here we
Roxanne.
go.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Save the day, Roxanne.
Okay. No.
Got a question for you guys. Sorry.
What was that?
Got a question for you guys from Brian.
From Brian.
How about
Oh,
going in a
no.
limo with your mates and a load of half-clad girls gyrating up poles? Is that cheating, guys?
Is that from Brian or his missus? We have to be careful how we answer, man. We could get Brian in big trouble. That's not cheating at all, man. That's not cheating at all, man.
Is it cheating?
Were any hands involved?
You know what? That's actually
Yeah.
that's not a bad question. You know,
Is it? Is that cheating easy?
that's not a bad question. Only if your missus doesn't find out.
Well, she did find out.
Oh, yeah.
That's not cheating. That's not cheating, Brian. You're safe, mate. Well, I'm assuming, yeah. As long as there was no touching involved, then, bro, you're safe, mate. You're safe.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I mean, better
My
take
man-
that girl over for forensics, get
Anyway.
her fingerprints checked. But it should be good.
Oh.
All right, what you got, Easy?
Okay, there's a thing here with regards to the health, with regards to having an extramarital situation. Okay, an autopsy report, and they studied 5,559 instances of sudden death.
Sudden
Okay.
death.
Sudden death, yeah.
Wow.
34 happened during sexual intercourse. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I guess sudden death if the husband came in behind. Yeah, good.
Of those who died during sex, 82 to 93 of them who died during sex were men. Okay. And 75% of that 82 to 93 were cheating.
Okay.
Okay. And they say the stress was because of they keeping the secret and so on and so forth. That's what they're saying. So,
How
for
did they
me,
die?
I mean,
How did they die? How did they die? Did you say how they died?
They died in heart attack. Heart attack.
And we're putting
Why-
that down to the fact that they were having affairs.
While having sex. Yes, they put down to stress. They put down to stress of keeping the thing under wraps and so on and so forth. They literally came and went at the same time.
Boom.
Okay.
Hold on.
No. Okay. No, like I said, and you come back to the devastation because the spouse finds out, and if there's kids involved and so on and so forth. Then you've got the funeral. Now for a fact that no one that goes to that funeral is going to be there to mourn. They're going to be there sniggering. They will be there. They will be there sniggering and chuckling about how he went. You know this. That is,
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I hear that. I'm just not sure that they died because they were having affairs, but.
Yeah, they died in an unfamiliar bed, i.e., they were with somebody else.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
nine times out of 10,
Yep.
9 times out of 10, apparently, the woman was younger.
Yeah. Well. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I guess that's a lesson.
Yeah, second. You said what? What did you say?
Leave them young ones. There's a lesson somewhere. Leave them young ones alone. If you want to do the cheating, leave the young ones alone.
What does that mean? What if you want to cheat? What, go and find someone the age of your mother? Again.
Yeah, with a frame. With a zipper frame.
Oh dear. Okay.
If you catch me, you can have me.
Yeah, dear. All right. So another example. Oh, Roxanne. Oh, something's wrong. It's meant to come and. Oh, got a little bit of time. A bit worried.
We have a message from Sunny.
All right.
Question. Is it cheating if you're married to a man that you're in love with, but not in love with, and you're in love with another man?
That didn't make sense.
Sorry, Is it cheating
so
if you're married
yeah.
to a man that you love but are not in love with?
So it's women
Sorry.
questions, isn't it?
Shush, shush. And you're in love with another man. My husband knows I'm in love with the other man. I speak to the other man in secret and send him the odd dodgy photo. And she's asking this on behalf of a friend.
Is she now?
Yeah, okay. No worry. Yeah. Okay. Well,
We have to be careful how we answer this.
No.
You don't want to be breaking up any new relationships or nothing like that.
Yeah. You let the friend know from us that she is cheating.
I didn't understand that first. That question always. She loves her husband, but she's in love with someone else. Easy. You want to explain that to me? You seem to be in touch with your
Yeah.
feminine side. Explain it to me. Dead air. No dead air.
Yes.
If you can't,
No,
just say
stop
you
the
can't.
dead air rubbish. This in love, you can be in love with somebody, but love somebody else. You can do that. Yes, you can.
You can be in love.
But
You can be. Hold on. Listen to what he just said. You can be in love with somebody, but love somebody else.
Yes.
I don't think that's what Sunny said. Someone said she loves her husband, but she's in love with somebody else.
in love with.
But that's
with
what you
another
just
man.
said.
Yes.
You just said you can be in love with your husband, and
yes,
you can
you
love
can
somebody.
be in love with somebody. Yes, she can. You can be in love with your. She loves her husband, but she is in love with another man.
And what's the just to explain to me quickly
Now,
the difference?
Huh?
Just explain the difference to me. Why is that
I guess
even?
her feelings of she has more feelings for the other man.
Why isn't that turned down? She has more feelings for the other man.
Yeah, she has more feelings for the other man that she sends the dirty pics to.
Okay. Again, I didn't really
And
understand
she
that. explanation, but-
and she yes and tell Sonny that her friend is cheating.
Yeah, I concur. All right, looks like we're getting the call, but we seem to be having some problems answering it. Let me see if I can take that.
Hello?
Hey, that's Sunny, isn't it?
Yes, it's me.
Hey, hi, Sunny. Did you just send that cryptic message about loving and being in love? Your friend, your in question marks, in speech marks, your friend.
Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah,
wink, wink,
loves her
wink,
husband,
wink.
but she's in love with someone else. I was trying to get easy to explain it. Maybe you can.
Okay, we've been down this road before,
Is that so?
and explaining what it means to love someone, but to not be in love with
So
that
tell
person.
me what it means when you love your husband, but you're in love with someone else. Just quickly tell me the difference.
Well, you can love lots of people, can't you?
Yeah, but I'm talking about your husband.
You love
I'm
them.
talking about your husband.
You love them. Okay, you love the person that they are. You love the character that they are.
Yeah.
But the sparks and that, butterflies in the stomach feeling is not there anymore. That's what I take it to mean.
Ah. Okay. Then
Yeah,
your friend's definitely
there's
your
a
friend's
degree
definitely
of
cheating.
love that goes beyond just loving someone.
So again, there's what?
You do anything for them. I said there's a degree of love that goes beyond just loving someone. Being in love with them is very different.
You women are so deep. I don't know, man. I think.
There's nothing deep about it. Anyway, that wasn't my question.
Okay.
Is it cheating? I mean,
Yeah, of course, yes, it is cheating.
I've recently got married, so you know perfectly well that's not me. I'm very much in love with my husband.
Yeah, I really know. Just teasing. But yeah, that's definitely. Tell your friend to pack it in. She's a cheater. You heard it here.
How is that cheating? How is that cheating?
Hold on, is she
her
married?
husband knows.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, he
The
knows.
husband knows that she is in love and has always been in love with another man. He knows that.
And does he
What
know that
doesn't
she's
know-
sending them naughty pictures every now and again?
Of course not, no. He doesn't know that bit. So is that cheating? You're not meeting the other person. You have the odd
Yes.
conversation maybe twice a year.
He just says yes, and I concur.
Sen-
It is
sen-
cheating. Yeah. If he doesn't know, it's cheating. If he doesn't know, it's cheating. If you're doing it with his
Okay, so-
if you're doing it with his consent, then I'd have said no. But if you're telling me he doesn't know,
He's a cuckold. He's a cuckold. He's a cuckold.
It's cheating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pass that message on. I'll pass it on. The other thing I wanted to mention was you talked about the pros and cons of extramarital relationships.
Yeah.
You've said, yeah?
Yeah.
And you mentioned Charles and Camilla.
Indeed.
And Diana and that triangle.
I didn't mention Diana. I didn't mention Diana. Diana's not part of the pros and cons. The pro is just Charles.
A prostitute.
The pros is just Charles and Camilla, and out of that extramarital relationship, they are now a solid couple. That's the pro in that extramarital relationship. Nothing to do with Diana.
Well, I beg to differ. Okay. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I thought a lot of people would.
I beg to differ because you can't leave her out of that scenario when she was very much a part of it. So let me finish what I'm saying. So the pros are, you're trying to say that the fact that they are together now.
Yes.
But what about along the way? I mean, there were plenty of cons. I would say.
Again, I'm not saying there's no cons. That's Easy's department. I'm not saying there's no cons. I'm just saying that is the pros of what came out of that whole, as you would probably say, debacle. that's the pros that came out of it.
Okay, but at the end of the day, somebody like Camilla, who spent much of her life cheating with Charles, is she not now going to be fearful that the same thing might happen to her? Disregarding their age, of course.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely. I think that they're a pretty solid couple. That's my honest opinion.
They were made for each other.
I like the way you said that. See, normally that sounds like a compliment, but the way you said it, that didn't sound like a compliment. So the words sound like a compliment, but the tone didn't.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I just wanted to touch on that point.
Yeah. It's a good point because I thought there would have been more backlash or more of an argument about that comment, but there wasn't.
Andre,
Andre,
ask Sonia a question for me.
May I ask another one if I'm not
go for it.
Taking up too much of your time?
No, go for it.
Okay, so I was in a situation a few years ago where I worked for two bosses that were nuts. In a nutshell, both of them were nuts.
Okay.
They were both married. One had a kind of type of open relationship, and the other one had a girlfriend who was over the top, bunny boiler jealous. Right.
Right.
Both of them had what would you call it? They liked domination and all that stuff.
Okay.
You know, and they used to go to a club in London to be dominated by dominatrixes and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So one evening at this club, the one who had the open relationship decided to phone the other one's wife and tell her where they were.
What kind of madness is that then? So what kind of madness is that?
He thought it would be funny.
Wow. So what was the outcome of that then? What happened?
Well, the outcome of that was the wife came because he couldn't go home that night, obviously, because he phoned the other wife, said where they were, and let her listen to noises and stuff going on in the background.
Oh my days! Oh, he didn't just tell her. Oh. That's I don't know what to say about it. What kind of friend is that?
So listen, he couldn't go home that evening and spent the night sleeping in the office.
Yeah, okay.
And we were, well, how I know about it was because we came to work the next morning under instructions that we weren't allowed to let his wife in.
Oh, right.
And she actually broke into the office and proceeded to break up the office and him.
Yeah. Happy days, mate. Happy days. I thought you said you realised when he had these collar marks around his neck when he came in the office or something like that.
But is that cheating?
You didn't go into detail about what he was doing, but yeah,
I think back in the day, domineering and all that was just being lashed to a wall and being beaten, I suppose. Do you know what I mean? Is that cheating? That's my question.
Yeah, it is. It is cheating. Yeah, I would say it is.
You've decided it's cheating.
Yes, I'd say that is. That is getting some sort of. Yeah, it is. It's too personal between them for it not to be cheating. Yeah, it's cheating.
Okay, I
If
just
she's
wanted to know.
if the wife is angry, then she's cheating. It's cheating.
Hello?
He's just saying that if the
She
wife is
doesn't know.
angry, she's cheating. But yeah, if the wife's not happy
And
about
if,
it,
Yeah,
and
if
if
the
she
wife
and if
is
she
angry, she
wasn't
didn't know.
angry,
Yeah, she didn't know.
and if she wasn't angry, it's not cheating.
well, good point. I guess if she found out and she was okay with it, I guess
That's
you
what
could
I
argue
mean,
that
yeah,
it was
but-
still cheating if she didn't know. No, my point is, I think that if he did it without her knowing, it's cheating. So even if she was okay with it once she found out,
Yeah.
that it was probably still cheating. Yeah, if he had
Yeah.
told her
I
he
guess
was
so.
going and what was involved, then you could argue that it wasn't cheating. That's how I would put
I
that.
guess.
So you're
I agree.
yeah. So you haven't cheated. You're okay.
Excellent. So on that note, I shall let you go and listen to the rest of the show.
Great stuff. Thanks for the call.
Thank you for having me as always.
Yeah, you take care.
Bye-bye. Bye.
I mean,
Joey says, if a person will cheat with you, they will cheat on you.
Okay, that's got a nice little ring to it.
true. That's true.
Nice little ring to it.
I would say that the wife being barred from the office with regards to Sonny's call there.
Yeah.
Okay, I think her smashing up the office is a sign that she was slightly miffed.
Just like yep, I concur with that.
Yeah, just ever so slightly. Do you know what I mean?
Indeed.
You know, she was moving furniture.
Oh yeah, he likes that phrase. Yeah, moving furniture.
Yeah, he was scared to go home. Listen, he's scared to go home. Why's he scared to go home?
Well, you can see why she was a nutter.
Yeah. Because he was caught. He was caught. That's exactly why he was
But what kind of a mate's that though? What kind of a mate is that? That's
You
it.
see, well, she obviously likes to see domination. doesn't she?
I mean, really, he should have. Him and his mate should have. Well, he should have. Yeah, done his mating, bruv. That was a hell of a thing to do. Yeah. All right, let me give you some more examples. Because there's oh so many examples of extramarital relationships.
I was actually going to go on. Go on.
Okay. All right. What about
Yeah, go on.
What about polygamy? Do you know about polygamy? Cultures throughout the world have
Yeah, I know
long
about
practiced polygamy, a form of marriage consisting of more than two persons. The most common form of multiple partner marriage is polygyny, a marriage of one husband and multiple wives, who are each sexually exclusive with the husband. Worldwide, Muslims are most likely to be polygynous, with the highest concentration in the Middle East and Africa. But anyway, here are some of the pros that they've got down. Apparently, it was around before monogamy, which makes perfect sense. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah,
so
prehistoric times, yeah.
all right, well, if you would
Neanderthals,
agree
yeah.
with that, then...
Yeah, I
then
can see that.
Then if you would agree with that, then that would again come back to what I'm always saying, that's our natural state then. That's our natural state.
Oh, good grief.
You say good
Yeah,
grief,
we've
but-
developed. Move on.
We've developed. All right, yeah. Well, here's the second one here. Humans
Well,
are...
let me rephrase. Let me rephrase that. Some of us have.
yeah, indeed. Humans are polygamous by nature. Well, yeah, I think I just said that. Another pro, it says here, the diversity of the gene pool. Of course, you've got more chance of having kids and stuff. When parting with one, there are still others. A bit crude, but nevertheless true. Greater companionship. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
He's never there. He's with all of his other wives. What
Yeah,
companionship can
well,
he
I
have?
guess, well, for him, it's greater companionship. And I guess she's got other wives to be companions with as well. Higher income.
Oh, good grief.
Well, no, in this day and age, that's
Higher
probably...
income.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only one.
Well, yeah, no, they want all them wives to go out and find a job
Higher
and they go and get some work and bring some money. Do you think you're just there for one thing? Gotta go get
Not
a
in
job
the
and
Middle
bring
East,
some
they
income.
can't.
Well, he's probably too tired.
Higher income. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are they going to get a reality show or something?
No, they got to get a job, get a 9 to 5. He's too busy, keeping them all busy. So yeah, they got to go out and get some work. And of course, the last one, ongoing sexual variety. But anyway, let me just quickly continue with this. Another form of multiple partner marriage is polyandry. Anyone know what that is?
No,
A marriage of one wife to multiple husbands.
that's more like it.
Yeah, it says it's far more rarer as marriages between women and multiple men have received less social, political, and cultural supports. But anyway, The pros, yeah.
But do you remember a couple of weeks ago I mentioned that with regards to a story in South Africa where they were talking about making it equal for women to have more husbands,
Yeah.
and some of the men started to get all boisterous and get all bent out of shape regarding it.
Yep.
Remember I said about So yeah, okay, go on.
But yeah, the pros. Well, the truth is, I couldn't find any pros for a woman with multiple men. So sorry. No pros there, mate. No pros. But yeah. One woman, multiple men. Nah, no pros. Yeah, anyway, go on, easy. You can.
One with, that's a gangbang, isn't it?
No.
What?
I'm so sorry.
I'm assuming they're not all at the same time, but
No.
then again, why not? Yeah, I guess.
What?
I'm assuming they're not all at the same time with multiple husbands, but yeah, there might be a time when. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Anyway.
you lose an interest. You don't want to talk about it no more. Yeah. So yeah, go on, easy.
The consequences of cheating on your spouse. Okay, you are married. Maybe you have children. Suddenly, you are very attracted to someone who is not your spouse. The partner is irresistible. You have an affair. Now what? Okay, if you're married and having an intimate relationship with another person, or you are serially dating while married, there are consequences of cheating on your spouse that you should consider. How infidelity ruins your marriage. If your spouse learns of the affair, even if you deny it, you have created a triangle, not a partnership. Okay, and the inherent instability will cause either your marriage or your affair to end. If the affair continues for several months, take responsibility for your part in the marriage, in the marriage's decline. If you don't tell your spouse about the affair, ask your spouse to go to therapy with you to help each of you decide if your marriage should continue. I don't think you should even get that far. From when you're cheating, step. The financial consequences of your cheating on your spouse. The money you spend on your new partner is most likely marital funds. Unless you and the new partner go 50-50 on all meals, dates, hotels, gifts, etc. And even then, your spending can be challenged. You are engaging in dissipation of marital income and or assets. And if you divorce, the court will consider this factor in deciding how to divide your assets. You may have to reimburse your spouse for at least a portion of money. There have been instances where women spent money during an affair on personal enhancement, cosmetic surgery, breast enlargement, liposuction. These expenses might be tagged as dissipation if a divorce action follows not long after such enhancements occur. If your marriage is on thin ice because you are having an affair, don't make a risky financial decision during that time. One client made substantial investments in high-risk products during his affair, hoping to increase his marital wealth in the event of a divorce. The investment failed, and the court deemed the entire investment an event of dissipation, awarding the wife the entire remaining investment. Okay, so and here we go with regards to how affairs affect the family. If you and your spouse decide to stay married after an affair, both of you will need to go to emotional work of reconnecting. That's going to take you forever with the mistrust.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any trust. You know, telling the truth about the deed. You know, the thing is, the aggrieved party wants to know what happens, but they don't want to know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you acknowledge the hurt spouse's anger, forgiveness, and more. Most couples go to marriage counselling, but one or both of you may need individual counselling as well. Okay. The cost of therapy and possibly psychiatrist and medication are another financial consequence of the affair. Other costs of affair recovery could be lost income if either spouse lost a job due to affair, legal fees, spent consulting with divorce lawyers, counselling or extra help for your children, and date nights and expensive gifts to make up for the betrayal. Wow. Your relationship with your children can be significantly affected if they learn about the affair, which they probably will do. You know, they'll get told or they find out. Okay. Duplicity is something children instinctively understand even at a young age. Children often lose respect for and trust in a parent who has had an affair. They may feel betrayed themselves, especially if the affair results in divorce, upending the family life they are used to. If you can also give your children subconscious permission to do the same thing once he or she is married, imitating an errant parent. So you can, in essence, you know, subconsciously the child might just do that because of what's happened when they were younger, which is sad.
Okay.
You know, it's
Right. Don't know what to say
no,
about
it's, you know, what I mean,
that. Very, very sober,
Yeah, it's-
sobering
it's- I
moment
know,
there,
it's-
Easy. Yeah.
huh?
I said a very sobering moment there.
What?
But yeah.
Well, you know, I look. I mean, I know a guy who was married 3 times. He married 3 times, and he tried to tell me that all the 3 women that he married were wrong. You know, it was their fault. And I had to point out to him that, number one, he was a common denominator in all 3 marriages.
Of course. Yeah.
Number two, I knew he was a cheat. Okay, and I told him. You know, I told him, and we don't talk anymore. But do you know what I mean? Come on, man. It's just you know what I mean. It's just the devastation it causes is unreal.
Yeah,
You know,
of course.
You know,
Again,
you like you said, you brought up the pros, and I can, you know what, I'll be upfront. I can actually understand some of these pros. Not for me, but I understand it.
oh, right. Well, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But go on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Go on.
There's no doubt that, as
know,
you
but-
said, the cons are devastating. There's no doubt about it. I don't think anybody can argue that. But I'm really just trying to show again that there can be pros to extramarital relationships. Not that it's a good thing necessarily, or that it's that everyone should go out and try it. Just trying to show that in certain scenarios there can be pros to extramarital relationships. And we spoke about polygamy, and then there's all types. We've got another one here, polyamory, and that's slightly different. It's a relationship style that allows people to openly conduct multiple sexual and or romantic relationships simultaneously, ideally with the knowledge and consent of all involved in or affected by the relationship.
That's a player.
Yeah, I was going to say,
That's a player.
that's the cheater's
Well,
best
it's
kind
a
of
player.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if everyone's aware of it, yeah, because you're right. It says here the pros: honesty and transparency. So yes, if everybody knows what's going on, then everyone has the opportunity to step in or
Step
out.
away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Diversity
He's a player.
is another option. Most marriages fall apart either because of infidelity or boredom. The main advantage of polyamory is that it excludes these 2 reasons. Yeah, I guess it's not going to... You're going. Roxanne, so you're thinking about it?
Yeah, and if you want to indulge in polyamory,
Yeah.
why not? Why get married? Just be single and done.
I guess the idea is that you're still special to each other. The difference is that they don't have that jealousy factor that most of us will have. They're able to separate the sexual act from everything else. So whereas as soon as someone... You see, I think one of the things is that most of us, we think to a large extent that our partner is to a large extent ours. You're mine. Nobody can get near you. You're mine. That is, you're laughing, but that's what we think. Just because you've decided
It's
to...
when you said it.
Yeah, just because you decided to come live with me or whatever, you're now mine. I don't want you talking too much to another man, or you don't want your man talking too much to another woman. You know, you could argue that, I mean, does it really give me the right to expect a woman not to even flirt with another geezer? Just because she decided to hitch up with me, you could argue that. You could argue that. Since when, I mean, you've heard women all the saying, you don't own me. But obviously, to a large extent, we think we do. Because we start trying to dictate exactly what you can do, and people think that's normal. You think it's normal.
It's funny. You know, it's funny you said it, because you know what? You know the term I actually hate
What's that?
is when a woman says, "Oh, that's my man," or you hear a bloke say, "Yeah, that's my woman."
You hate that
Make it
term?
sound like a chattel.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
but
like
that's
your
such a
property.
common term.
It makes it sound like your property.
All right. Well, yeah, that's my point. To a large extent, when a woman says to another woman, "That's my man," that's what she's saying. He's mine, like property.
He's my property.
And the same thing when a guy says to his mates, "Yes, that's my girl." Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Back away, bro. That's mine. I own that. That's what we're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I own that. You know,
Yes.
like you outbid somebody. At auction.
Well, but see, that's what I'm saying. So, but in reality, just because that person decided they're with me, does it really mean now I can now tell them, no, you can't be chatting to nobody. You can't be. Your flirting days are over.
Well, if they want to be
You're with me now.
if they want to be breathing the following,
Well,
if they want to be breathing the following morning,
that's because we have that jealousy factor. But yeah, if you're into polyamory, then you're able to separate the two. Another advantage of polyamory, yeah, it says here, emotional satisfaction. Sometimes you may not get enough of emotional closeness from your partner due to their inability to demonstrate emotions and feelings. So yeah, you get that. A lot of guys might love you, but might not be able to express it. Most people get angry or annoyed, try to change their partner. I mean, how often have you heard that? Easy. I mean, that happens all the time when people try to change their partner. In polyamorous relationships, you can satisfy your need for emotions with some other partner. And although that sounds, I don't know how it sounds to us, it sounds unethical, I don't know, not the right term. It just sounds like something we wouldn't entertain. It's something that people in polyamorous relationships do entertain, and it works for them. Sexual diversity, of course, that's an honest one. Here it is, I just said it, overcoming jealousy. Yeah, it's a misconception that polyamorous partners don't feel jealous at all. They often do, but they're open enough to talk about their jealousies with their partner and deal with the fear. Be true to yourself. That's another. Yeah. Expecting one person, I've written this here, Aaron. Expecting one person to fulfill all of your needs is probably asking too much of that person. Instead, some learn to suppress the needs they feel, but they are not being expressed the needs they feel, but the ones that are not being met by the significant other. So yeah, so if you're in a relationship, yeah, and your significant other isn't fulfilling some of your needs, then what do? You have no you have no option but to try to suppress them. And again, if you're a guy and you're living with a woman and she's not fulfilling your sexual needs, then as a guy, you're expected to either leave that woman or suppress that urge. And I guess some guys are unwilling to do either. Some guys, I know, and the other way around, and some women, maybe they don't want to leave their partner, maybe they love their partner, but they're not in love, whatever that might be. So yeah, again, yeah, I've got loads of them, bro.
Okay, let me throw this into the mix here.
Go on.
I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for the best part of 3 years. After a series of events, he has admitted to cheating on me several times with a guy he met at a work event. He has told me it meant nothing and has begged me not to tell any of our friends that he wants to be with me, but I'm confused. He says he isn't gay or bisexual. It's just something he did, but I don't know if I can get over this. I love him, and I always thought we were very open with each other and had no inclination he would cheat with anyone, male or female. I just don't know how to proceed. I keep ignoring his calls. I don't know what to do.
Are you saying that a girl, her boyfriend, cheated on her with another bloke? Is that?
Yep. Has been cheating on her with another bloke. He says he's not gay, he's not bisexual.
What is he then? Confused.
Allegedly.
We're just right about allegedly.
Like I said, look. How can you? I'm probably showing my age here, but I find things like this strange. How can you have, your mates, your friends, your male friends, and you've got your girlfriend or your wife, and you're cheating? See, they don't even call it cheating. They don't even call it. Oh no, we're not cheating. I'm sorry, you're cheating. Yeah. You're cheating. And I don't roll like that. I know you don't roll like that. Trust me. I prefer a blow job than a bro job. I am telling you right now. I am sorry if I've upset anybody. I apologize, but I'm telling you straight up. Okay? The man, she's confused. Why is she confused?
Because she loves him and she's in denial.
And so is he.
He's a nutter.
He's a greedy nutter. That's exactly what he is.
He's giddy.
You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
needs to. He needs to figure out if he likes
Steady,
meatballs or
careful.
kebab. One of the two.
Badly
Again,
packed
I
kebab.
apologize.
Oh,
I
dear.
apologize.
Oh dear. Okay. Again, I could go on all day, mate. Another example of extramarital relationship. Something that I'm sure you're familiar with, Easy. Swinging.
How you figure that? No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. It's the best known and most popular. Most broadly, swinging involves committed couples consensually exchanging partners specifically for sexual purposes. Tremendously diverse, ranging from brief interactions between or among strangers at sex parties or clubs to groups of friends who know each other and have socialized for many years. So again, pros. I've got here, this is pro. Increases spatial awareness.
What?
What?
The pros to swinging. Increases, this is the
Oh,
first
yeah.
this is the first one I read. Increases spatial awareness.
How?
All right, well, that's what I was wondering. But then when I checked it closely, it was referring to, when you swing back and forward on a...
I thought you see.
Yeah, well,
I was thinking about looking over your shoulder.
But yeah, at first I thought, well, how does that work? But yeah, that's yeah. Anyway, but the real pros to swinging. Swinging allows for sexuality to be expressed, of course, strengthens bonds as it promotes honest and respectful conversations about sex and intimacy, which is obviously quite true. Opening up your relationship shakes up your sex life. I'm sure it does.
Exactly.
Yep. Variety can be the spice of life. Yes, again, I'm sure it can be. Could also be hell on earth, but that's another story. Meeting new people with similar interests. So again, and a physiotherapist, someone else, Samantha Nelson, PhD, author of The New Monogamy, states, swing can add special excitement to a couple's relationship when they have a solid foundation of trust and connection. Being with other people in a non-exclusive sexual experience can heighten the attraction to one another. Yada, yada, yada. There's a bit more. But again, my point is, it's just, again, another example of extramarital relationships that work for certain people. Another pro for extramarital relationships. I could talk about open relationships as well, but go ahead.
It's you know what I get. Wasn't it called? People have a fetish. I get that. Everyone, each to their own, and so on and so forth. But like you said, that's a consenting situation.
Of course.
It's the part where you don't tell. You go outside of the relationship. You go outside. Like I said, an
extramarital relationship.
It becomes a threesome the wrong way, as opposed to the party of two, the original two, and you step out and you get this, someone passes you a compliment and things develop from there and so on and so forth, and next thing you know, you've destroyed, like I said, you've destroyed your home, your reputation, and
yep.
And devastated your kids and extended family and friends and so on and so forth.
Of course.
You're labeled a cheat, a liar. When everything comes out, that's the bit that it's just destructive. It's just destructive on a nuclear level.
On a nuclear level,
It's
on a nuclear level. All right.
Yes, it is.
Right.
It is.
Right. I've got another one here.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Go on.
King Solomon. All right, we're back to the Bible again, man. So let's not argue with that. You don't argue with that. King Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines, and he lived to be 94. So my first thought was, my first thought
brag.
was, say again?
Men brag.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Well, my first thought was, that's plain greedy, and
men brag.
Yeah, so if he's got, look, 700, that's over 1,000 women. So my thought was, what are the other guys? Who are they getting with? Yeah, who are they sleeping with? And how she must be knackered. But the big question is, do you think he was happy? Yeah, he's got to be happy. Of course he was
If
happy.
if it's to believe that he had 700 wives and
All right, let's say they're exaggerating. Say you had 600 and 200 concubines.
Okay, and 600 booty calls. I mean, that's a.
Woo!
Trust me. Dare I say this? He's gonna be blowing wind. I mean, you know what I mean? If he's trying to satisfy 600 women,
I'd give him a high five, but he probably ain't got the energy for it, bro.
yeah, exactly.
That's ridiculous, mate.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. If he gets a blood rush, he'll probably pass out. And done at 95.
Yeah,
He
bro.
done-
Yeah. But yeah,
I mean,
I could go on, mate.
Jackanory, mate. Jackanory.
Oh, look, we've only got
Jackanory.
we've got less than about 30 minutes. All right, let me just quickly ask you this: the 6 most common places where affairs start. So in the office, that's obvious.
Oh yeah.
At the gym.
What?
Been gym lately? I gotta, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at the gym. Yeah, at the gym. Yeah.
On
Yeah.
social media, that makes sense as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And where do you think the next? There's 2 more. Oh no, the other one's through social circles. I guess that makes sense, friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But the last one, where do you think the last of the top 6? Where's the next one that you meet that you'd have affairs? Places where affairs start.
Shops, shops.
Shops.
Shopping.
You knew about to say Tesco's, don't you? You frequent Tesco's quite often, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Where's the other one? Where's the last one?
The last one is, oh no, there's 2 more. At a volunteering gig, which makes sense, I guess. They're freely offering their services, so that makes perfect sense. But the last one is church. Praise be to God. Church, bro. Church.
Hallelujah.
Get it?
I've seen the men in some of those churches. No way.
Well.
Oh no, but but the thing is, you do hear about it. You know, where the a minister, and all of a sudden,
Isn't it?
You know,
Church, you know.
church. Guess
Well,
what?
well,
We're
well.
all human.
Yes.
We're all human.
Yes.
Hear this one quickly. Hear this one. I had an affair with my best friend's fiance for 12 years.
Best friend's
A woman
fiance.
has revealed.
That's
Yep.
Well, it's the best friend's fault, innit? She should have married him.
A woman has revealed that she had an affair with her best friend's partner for 12 years, and it only ended when they were caught in the act. 12 years, you know.
Isn't it? Damn.
Diana from Sydney said she met her former best friend when she was 5, and they quickly became inseparable. But it was when the pair were in their 20s that Diana's friend got a boyfriend and everything changed. Diana, now 47, shared a story in an episode of Australian TV where she will claim that the alleged affair started when her friend was traveling overseas to visit her family for months. During that time, she'd asked me, "Oh, just keep an eye on her boyfriend." And at that time, they'd been dating for about 3 years. And during the time as a trio, we became inseparable. One day, Diana and her friend's boyfriend went to the movies together, and when they left, he eventually made a move which Diana had said she just accepted. She added that, but at the same time, we were both surprised that we crossed that line, and that we actually, kissed and made out. At that time, we were just saying this won't ever happen again. It's just a one-off. Over time, it just kept happening. Diana explained that over time, the boyfriend started to caress Diana behind her friend's back or try and kiss her out of sight. It happened on and off over the years until things eventually turned sexual. She said she succumbed to his advances as it made her feel more confident and helped with her low esteem. When the trio reached their 30s, the boyfriend asked Diana how he should propose to her friend. Even though they were still having an affair behind her back. My boy is smooth.
Get it?
The 47-year-old didn't think anything of it. What? Didn't think anything of it and even suggested a romantic picnic, which led to Diana's friend and boyfriend becoming engaged. I wonder where she went. While Diana didn't say anything at the time, it was a couple of years later that she decided to finally end things. Instead of speaking to her friend about the affair face to face, she entered in a situation that would have her and the fiance caught in the act. After 12 years, the affair ended when Diana kissed her friend's future husband in clear view. I didn't know how to end the friendship. I just decided that night he made a move on me again. I decided I'd make out a dalliance known to her, he said on the show. She wasn't too far, and so she saw us. She heard us, and she caught us making out. After her friend spotted the pair kissing, Diana said that while she was relieved, she was also heartbroken and filled with shame that it had to end this way. Diana tried to contact her former friend after the event, but was told that she was dead to her, which is a reaction that didn't surprise her. Despite this, Diana said it did break her heart and brought on more self-disgust, shame, and guilt. Now, Diana realizes that during the time of the affair, she had no confidence and she was eventually diagnosed with depression and anxiety. This led to her finally accepting herself, even her faults and bad decisions. She said that these days she says she's no longer the woman she once was. Yeah, okay, Diana.
I don't even believe that for a second. I don't think she did that to break up the relationship. I think she got sloppy. Got sloppy after 12 years.
After 12 years,
yeah,
that's
you know what I mean.
After 12,
she probably thought that, you know what I mean, got a bit muddled up, probably thinking it's her man as well. Kissed him in public. Forgot herself. Kissed him in public. The friend saw. Probably kissed him around a friend plenty times. Just happened that this time, after 12 years, the friend caught him. And now she's come up with this whole story about she did it because she wanted to break up but didn't know how to. You just say we're done, innit? That's what you have to do. Don't fool nobody with that talk, mate. Don't fool nobody with that talk. All right.
Oh, man, some people.
Edit. I got 8 minutes to go. I think we've got time to quickly read out one more.
Go on.
All right. The last example of extramarital relationship that works for some. Leah, who was married when she started 16, and thought she could keep her 16 purely in the realm of fantasy by sending erotic chats to people she could never actually be with. Unfortunately, her husband found out about her 16 ways, but was surprisingly cool with it. After some long, heartfelt conversations, they decided to have an open relationship. She realized that seeking out random guys meant that although she loved her husband, it says here she was unhappy, but what it means is, although she loved her husband, she was not in love with her husband. So they got that wrong. Yeah, she was not happy with the current setup, but having an open relationship allowed her to have her cake and eat it. So, is that a euphemism? Easy?
Oh.
Do you like cake?
Yeah, I like a donut or two.
Yeah, so that brings a whole new meaning to, what's her name? Marie Antoinette, about let them eat cake.
Oh my God, listen, you're getting historical now.
Innit?
Oh.
Yeah, that we do. All right, how long we got? We got about 7 minutes, but let's hit this. And listen to this one.
It's Mario here, and there ain't nothing I'd rather do on a Sunday between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. than listen to the juxtaposition debate with Andre, Easy, and Roxanne. Unless some of you female listeners are available, that is.
Yeah, that's one from our Mario, so yeah.
Yeah, Mario, your wife's available. Just so you know, your wife's available.
No, but respectfully, no, I have to make. We asked him to do that. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I'm making everybody else know, just in case his missus is on it him right now. Yeah. Leave him alone, wifey. Yeah. We asked him to do it.
Beating down the bathroom.
Yeah. It did sound a bit echoey, like he did it in the bathroom.
It's all about the acoustics.
Love it. Okay. Yeah, let's go to another commercial break.
They say the name is too long. No one would understand.
What the?
It's too hard to pronounce. Well, were they right? You decide. Join Andre and Easy on the Juxtaposition Debate Show. Because there are two sides to every story.
Okay, Easy.
Yep.
With 5 minutes to go, any final thoughts on today's program?
Yeah, I'm going to say this, okay? If you have time enough to think about cheating, you should have the same amount of time to reflect before you decide to make a stupid decision. You know, people like to, a mistake is an accident. Cheating and lying are not mistakes; they're choices.
They're not mistakes; they're choices. Okay, I'm not gonna. It's a closing statement, so I'm not gonna debate it. I had 2 hours to do that. Oh, is that it?
That's it.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah. For me, Yeah, I was just surprised, to be honest, that who would have thought there were really so many pros to extramarital relationships, but indeed it would appear there was. But of course, nevertheless, it appears to be a minefield. So yeah, like Easy says, it's probably something you should avoid.
The next time you're asked, what's your favourite position? Tell them it's the juxtaposition. Because there are two sides to every story.
So yep, we're there again. 2 hours has flown by. Thanks to all of you for listening to the Juxtaposition debate program. And let me just quickly say that as we broadcast on the first and on the third Sunday of every month, our next live broadcast will be on Sunday the 5th of September. Right here on LNSO Radio. However, you can catch reruns of our program on Jumbo Radio every Sunday between 6 and 8. And also on Foam Radio from 10 till 12, both on a Sunday. As
And
for right
LN
now,
Soul.
sorry?
And LN Soul Radio for the next 2 Sundays.
No, that's correct.
No.
That is quite right. That is quite right. As for right now, stay tuned with Esther Austin Global on the sofa from 8 till 10. Easy?
Yes. I'm going to say good night, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you in a few weeks. Take care. Oh, just a quick shout out to Viv. If you're listening, hope you're getting stronger. And for Lynn in Guernsey, remember Idris Elba, #1 fan. Yes. If you're listening, Lynn, hi. Hope you're doing well.
For sure. And Roxanne.
Good night, everyone.
My name is Andre, and you have been listening to the Juxtaposition Debates. There's two sides to every story. Stay blessed, everyone.
Recording stopped.